everybody? Welcome to another episode of Calling Out the BS with Manny Singh Fitness. And today we are going to be talking about yet another fitness influencer. In fact, I think this whole series is going to be mainly like fitness influencers because there's just so much BS out there, right? So Ashton Hall, if you haven't seen my previous video or short, go ahead and check it out. But here we are with another one of these social media influencers. And this guy's name is, well, let me just show you guys. Let's go to his Instagram account already. And here we have Coach Blue, LUCAS DASILVA, online coach, marine, bodybuilding, calisthenics. Wow. Just hitting every word out there to trigger the algorithm to attract an insane amount of people to come in and check out what he's all about, right? So why am I calling out this BS? Well, he's campaigning to be the first like Marvel superhero in real life. Not that he probably believes that, but given that all of his content is basically being a warrior and being superhuman, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And the reason we are calling this person out, or at least spreading awareness about this guy, is it's the same trap as Ashton Hall and all these countless other social media influencers where you do something impressive, stupid, but impressive. And then people come in and they're like, whoa, this guy, what he's doing is absolutely what I've been missing in my life. And I want to get fit like this guy. And in this case, I want to go ahead and become a superhuman like this guy, right? So whatever he must be doing must be what I need to do. And a lot of times it's what he's selling. I know what I need to go ahead and purchase so that way I can be like this guy, right? So we're going to go here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. The very first video that I came across of this guy, actually, there's quite a few that are just stupid situations. But let's go ahead and see it real quick. All right, look at this guy. He's got the music down, cardio, slow motion. So much unnecessary stuff in here. Like, hold on, let me go ahead and mute this. So much unnecessary stuff in here. In fact, I mean, look at look at the comment section, bro. But I want to level up my meth cooking. Come on, this guy, and then you have some that are praising him. Obviously, that's what I'm talking about. Super Saiyan level, ready for whatever may come. But to be honest with you, like I've seen some people that talked about like, oh, I want this guy to be basically, on my team if there's a zombie apocalypse, right? But in reality, what you don't understand is that if there is a zombie apocalypse, that right there, that level of training, I mean, I guess you can say that's endurance, that's stamina workout and whatnot, but picking up a dead weight is much different than just running with bands on and something on your shoulder with weight on your shoulder and a mask on. This is stuff just that looks cool. In fact, this is the type of stuff like if he was on your team in the zombie apocalypse, I guarantee he's probably going to be one of the first to really like be gone. And the reason because of that is because he's probably going to go ahead and do his best to impress everybody else. That's the way he's trying to do it right here. And anybody that's not willing to cooperate and just wants to kind of show off all the time, I guarantee you if they're not getting kicked off a zombie apocalypse team, they're definitely going to be one of the first ones to make a stupid mistake that's going to cost them something, right? So, zombie apocalypse theory, that was way far out there. We're not going to go ahead and even discuss that any further. But let's go ahead and check out some of his more stuff where, again, it's completely unnecessary level of training. Let's go ahead and see what this one's all about. There you go, see?
Discover fast switch muscle fibers. I've always been strong, but not this strong. I've studied athletes like
I love this guy is just like
for years. They train like athletes, focus on strength and fast switch.
Can you imagine like how many different takes he's had for each of these things just to get the wording and everything right? See what he is doing. Okay, next level athlete blueprint. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Plus calisthenics.
All right. Weights plus calisthenics is basically just weightlifting. First of all, there's calisthenics is body workouts, and there's not supposed to be any weights involved at all. That's the whole point. That's what separates calisthenics from weightlifting, right? So that all right there is so much BS. Plus endurance. Okay, let's keep this going. Plus endurance to unlock unbelievable athleticism.
That looks like superpowers. I've applied this madness in a few thousands of my clients that I've coached, and
I'm pretty sure they've gotten injured too.
I promise you, we've created human machines. So if
That are probably more like robots with all the types of injuries they've had, man.
you feel inspired and would like to do the same, comment the word level so we can get started on this most unique coaching journey. Let's get it.
See, I also think like a lot of his comments where it's level or whatever, some of them, yeah, would probably be the people that he's catering to, that he's trying to trick into buying his program. But I think a lot of them are probably like bots as well, because you could like practically buy comments, right? So you could have bots that are really just making comments. Let's see. Okay, this one seems to be real. But again, I think there's a few that are real, and I think there's a few that are fake, that are bots to kind of get the algorithm going, and then you see people buying in, and then that encourages you to buy in. But his whole superhuman, blueprint BS, where I disagree with that bullshit is like the types of workout he's doing. Don't get me wrong, it's impressive with what he's showing you here, what he's able to do, but none of this is necessary, like 0% necessity in any situation in your life. If you just generally want to be flexible, if you want to be stronger, whatever, you can even just do gymnastics. That'll teach you perhaps even better at both, because you are mistaken if you don't think gymnastics involves any type of strength. In fact, I think gymnastics is one of the more hardcore levels of strength requirements if you want to succeed in it, because the level of core strength they have is insane. But even with gymnastics, injuries are common, right? And so what he's telling you is basically how to ruin your body for the rest of your life. And that's where I disagree. So let's go look at another one. Again, this is like looking like an idiot in the gym 101. Yeah, I see you doing this in the gym. Anybody see you doing this in the gym, and somebody shares you doing stupid stuff like this, I'm not blaming anyone for recording you or putting you online, man, because look at this. Like, what is the point? Like, what is that? What is that? Like, what you want to say is working on your core? Can't you just do basically any other core workout? Do you have to risk your goddamn shoulders, your rotator cuffs from blowing out? Your elbow could blow out. Look at the muscle tightness on his bicep. The bicep can blow. Yeah, this is just injuries written all over, and it's going to be idiots that buy into his program that are going to one day be like, okay, let me go ahead and see if I'm on Coach Blue's level. And then they're going to go ahead and try this and come out with basically ruining the rest of their life with that muscle grip, right? Because once you tear something, it's never going to be 100% again. And practically what he's teaching you is that, go ahead and do these stupid exercises. This is like, when you talk about like CrossFit, a lot of people doing CrossFit. Now, CrossFit, I'd say, if that's your thing, cool, but you can't deny it does have like levels of injuries that maybe you don't see in bodybuilding or anything like that. And that's because you are overdoing or overusing your muscle grips. And that's exactly what this guy is doing, except his methods have zero any type of explanation to them other than his own bullshit. So I finally grew my arms. Okay, let's see this one. Again, I'm not going to play the audio. Maybe I will. Okay. Negatives, I'll agree. Reverses, okay, I'll agree. Drags, I will agree to that. Overheads, that's not a bicep exercise, but I'll agree to that. Kickbacks, again, another tricep exercise. My bad. It says I finally grew my arms. I'm thinking of like biceps, right? So, my bad on that. Oh man, I had it wrong a little bit. But what he fails to mention is the biggest reason why he grew his arms is obviously the gear use, right? Like he is not natural. He's on gear. Whatever cycle he's on is like 90% of the reason why he grew his arms, because you could do all those exercises on different variations as much as you want. And yes, you will see growth, but there's a limitation to it. Eventually you will go ahead and, let's say you've been training for as long as this guy, the amount of gains you could continue to make they're just going to be minimum, right? Unless you're on gear, then obviously you could continue to make your gains. And obviously what this guy's on, another one of those bullshit influencers, again, not going to admit any gear use. So I don't think I've seen any video of his that I've scrolled through that where he said he uses gear or not. I don't see him denying it, but also, you know, look good with all the gear. Do some impressive thing, something stupid but impressive thing, and then sell your program. Those are the three main things every social media influencer has. That puts them on the map, and that gives them success, unfortunately. And then you have like people that are trying to teach the right things, but they are boring, right? Because you're used to this level of extreme and you're exposed to it. This is the same as like, you watch a movie every day with like, explosions and everything, and then you watch something that doesn't, it's going to be a little bit boring to you. You know what I mean? Like an action movie without any real fights or anything, you're going to find it boring. That's what these type of people are doing, is they're going and exposing the innocent brain to extreme levels of fitness. And then when you come across someone that's actually promoting the correct stuff, they're not going to be as successful, and they're going to be seen as boring. So let's see. Is there another one that we can take a look at? All right. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. His physique is insane, right? So here's another one. Next level military. And this is the guy that says, okay, my personal opinion, the military needs to level up their training. We need a freaking badasses, super freaking soldiers. We need an upgrade. What do you think? Well, what I think is exactly what this guy's saying. All this for a drone to finish him off. He's I almost joined. I don't know. I think he was probably the Marines. I don't think he would fake that. That would be really horrible to lie about. Dude hasn't seen a day of combat. Could be real, could be not, but you know what I mean? Like, why do you think like the Marines would incorporate this? What is, again, anything that's going to promote like the level of injuries? I mean, if you're going through this type of rigorous exercise, you could probably do this for a good 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then what? Like, what exactly are you really going to work out? He's claiming that this works out your fast twitch fibers and all that BS. But I even saw a comment where I actually corrected him. Let me see if I go ahead and find that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Let me show you guys a video.
And this is slow twitch muscle fibers. Boring, isn't it? But hey, I will only train this one because I want to look good. Here's if I can move like a human by the age of 40, right?
I'm telling you guys, like, this is straight up bullshit. This is how you get people into your trap.
Freaking no, dude. You should do both. How to train fast twitch muscle fibers in 3 simple steps. An example
Here we go.
is explosive lunges with burpees. Another one is to perform heavy compound lifts that's going to challenge your functional movement patterns.
I actually agree with the two things he's saying. Is basically like, especially when it comes to the compounds, to go ahead and increase your core strength. Great, incorporate calisthenics with agility work. In other words, like you could do push-ups on your chest and stuff like that. You don't need to do like burpees or this level of bullshit. What he is doing is exactly that. He's sacrificing his 40s because when you get to your 40s, assuming you are natural, or even if you own something, eventually you're going to be at the age where your joints are hurting, and they're going to hurt because of doing this. This is the next level of stupidity. Please don't do it. And here's that comment I was talking about. Slow twitch muscle fibers. And basically what he's saying is this has more to do with your nervous system. No. This is straight misinformation. And even if it is straight misinformation, to me, this is just, I think it was this one right here. Yeah, because this guy is trying to sell his program. Obviously, I think so what he's saying is that, hey, what you're doing is spreading misinformation. And somebody said, well, he's just trying to sell his program, which is exactly what we've been talking about. And he's just trying to make it look like his training makes you basically athletic and look good, but he's saying bullshit. Exactly. And it is immoral to state stuff like this purely for marketing. I fully agree with that. And that's why we're calling out the BS with Coach Blue, Lucas DaSilva. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and go back and you know, whatever your thoughts are about this video, about Coach Blue himself, leave it in the comment section. Otherwise, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that post notification bell, so that way you know exactly when a new video is uploaded on this channel. And until then, I hope you guys have a great one.